Hey everybody, happy Friday Eve, happy Thursday. We are here. We're almost to the weekend. Thank goodness. And a special shout out to everybody who's watching this on the replay. Appreciate you. See you in the comments. Thank you for supporting me even after the fact. I love it. How is everybody doing? Hey Brenda, hey Erin. Hey Katie, hey Jess, how's it going? Hi Arlie. Hi Linda. Hi Joyce, hi Twyla. How's everybody doing? Anything exciting happening in anybody's life out there? My kids had a snow day today, so I feel like I just barely survived the day today. Hi, Candace. It was a long one. It was a long one. Hi, Joanne. Thanks for coming. I'm back to marking these half square triangles with my pen because I tried doing it with an iron and it didn't. It's not for me. I tried though, but it's not for me. Yeah, we had like a mixture of snow and freezing rain. I'm convinced my kids are never going to have a full week of school ever again. I just, I still try to work because I do work from home and end up having to, take breaks with my 4-year-old because she needs some stimulation. Katie caught a bug. Those germs out there are vicious right now. Hi, Cheryl. Drive safe. Thanks for listening while you're driving. Hopefully the weather is nice where you're at. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Beth. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Sabrina. Long time no see. How is from Dallas, Texas? So I have a feeling you're not worried about an ice storm today. Although I did see that some parts of Texas got some ice a little while ago, right? Hopefully not you. Yes, so long day. I had a coffee at like 7 and I have a feeling I'm going to be regretting that later. Although maybe that means I can stay up and watch Jess. Did I see that you're going live tonight, Jess? On William's channel? Hi Melanie. Yes, so I am just marking half square triangles. Hi Laura. Yeah, Chloe, I will definitely be regretting it. Linda says, I just got back from a soup sampling fundraiser. Ooh, to feed our seniors. I made a veggie chili soup and had lots of fun tasting all, having coffee and sewing a little bit before bedtime. Now, are you drinking decaf or are you going full throttle? My mom can drink a pot of coffee and go right to bed. Ooh, summer today, 95. Hi, Cindy. How's it going? Thanks for coming. So I did have something I wanted to talk about today. And that is let me show you once I mark this one. I decided because I don't know, couldn't sleep one night. This perimenopause is great. And was scrolling something and saw somebody on Instagram or TikTok was this is a 12 weight thread. You probably really can't see it that well, but it's a 12 weight, so it's extra like thick. And I saw somebody put this in their walking foot and do quilting with thick thread. What do you think? Have you guys done this? Tell me about it. Hi, Sherry. I think a soup sampling fundraiser sounds super fun. Mm. As long as you could like get a grilled cheese to go with it. Yeah, so I read that I think, I don't know, because it was like 2 in the morning at one point whenever I saw this, that this 12 weight thread could go through my machine. I mean, it's thick, but it's not super thick. I don't know. I'm gonna try it though. How fun would that be? I think that would be so fun. Hi Andy. Has anybody Am I the only crazy person? I've heard of using 12 weight, but I've never tried it. Okay. Oh, okay. Sherry's saying no problem. It's not as thick as I had in my head, imagining that it was going to be for some reason. I didn't know. Like, I know your name is Irish Sail Lady, but I did not know you actually lived on a boat. I thought that was just a hobby. Oh my gosh. But can't get it delivered and sleep like a baby. My mom, she'll drink a pot of coffee. She does not care. And she will just go right to sleep. Hello, William. Is it today that's your birthday? I don't know because I've seen it a couple times teased. Is it today? We need to know. Is it William's birthday? I don't know because I know most of you in here are quilters. But if you ever want to go look at some cool freaking coats and capes and all kinds of stuff, William sews up a storm. You got to go check it out. It is his and it's his birthday. Happy birthday. He's blessing me with his appearance in my live on his birthday. It's my gift. He's gifting me on his birthday. How nice is that? Anyway, he's very funny. I recommend it. Go check him out. He'll be live later with Jess. So fun. I think if you saw one of my videos recently, I put a picture of one of his coats he made that I was like obsessed with. Y'all can sing. You can sing to him through the chat. I do a lot of things on the internet, but I'm not sure I'm up for singing just tonight. The coffee wasn't that strong. Well, William is also a sewing machine expert. So, what do you think about putting 12 weight thread in my machine? What weight thread have you put in your sewing machines? He's a collector. That's a nice way to put it. Collector. He has quite a few sewing machines. I love singing too. Just, you know, I only torture my children with it. I don't torture the internet with it. So I think I am going to use the same weight in my bobbin. I don't know. I am going to be mad if I break my new machine though, but I think this thing's a workhorse. I think you can do it. I think I'm going to try this weekend. I always say that. I have all these big plans for the weekends, but now my son's wrestling and all kinds of stuff. Okay, I've used all types for upholstery, etc. And as long as you have the right needle, I didn't even think about that. So I need to figure out what needle I should use. Good point. All right. Oh, hi, Martha. Drive safe from Orange County, California. 59. Okay. Too busy. These kids and day job, they're just always getting in the way of my sewing. It's so annoying. 3 meals a day, every day. It is a beast, so I'm excited to give it a try. Oh, while I have you all here, in the link in my description, I'm part of this like quilting club that's kicking off next week, and it's like 16 designers and 40 videos, and it's completely free. I'm not gonna pitch it too much further to you, but it's pretty neat. If you click the link, you can see all about it, and I have a code there that gives you the whole thing for free. So if it's on Teachable, so it's like on a platform, and they're gonna release 2 lessons a month. I have 2 lessons in there. They'll release over the course of a year. So if that interests you, check it out. It's called Fall in Love with Quilting, and hopefully it's at the very top of my description box. It looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to see what everybody else has to offer. Andy, who was in here, True Blue Quilts, she's got a couple lessons in there. It should be fun, and it's free with the coupon code. So that is my favorite price. Free is my favorite price. Cool, Chloe. I'm excited. One of the videos I have in there is how I made my applique hoodie, and another one on curves, which is similar to the video I posted on my channel already. Don't tell anybody. It's our secret, just us, the secret of us on the internet. But it's kind of neat because everybody who's participating will have like a little freebie and you know, a video technique, so you can pick and choose what you want to watch. Might introduce you to some new quilters. Not all of them are YouTubers, so it could introduce you. I think, actually, I'm not even sure if anybody other than Andy and I really have a YouTube presence. There might be, but so introduce you to people that you might not find on YouTube too. Hi, Sandy. Yes, Jess. Free, right? Hard to argue with free. If it's for I like that. I had a high school teacher says, if it's free, it's for me. I always just say it's my favorite price. Free is my favorite price. Free 99. Like it. Yeah, so Erin is asking if anyone has tried I know I'm probably going to butcher it, Sashiko machine. Man, those look cool. I have not tried one, but it is definitely on my, wish list when I have time someday. Definitely curious if anyone has ever tried one. Hi, Rita. I see you've been pumping out the videos. So many cool ideas. You're a very busy lady. How is the weather, Chloe? She's asking. It is wet here in New York. Stop, William. Yes. How could I'm like, if Erin just brought up a topic on a sewing machine that you're not familiar with, I'm going to be stunned. But yes, they do exist. I think they're newish. I'm not sure, but that's all they do is that one particular stitch. They're really neat. I haven't priced them out yet or anything, but I've definitely seen some, I think, Instagram reels where people were using them. They look really cool. But listen, William, I know it's your birthday, but that doesn't mean we're buying a new machine today, right? Or should I enable you? You should get one. It's your birthday. Go look for one. Yes, I love how it looks like hand stitching too. I'm seriously going to search my closet, Rita, for wait, is it fleece or flannel? I've already forgotten. Good thing I saved your video to make those paper towels, reusable paper towels. Yes, baby lock. Baby lock. Yes, it is supposed to make it look like hand stitching. They're really neat. I guess that's kind of, I love that look, which is probably what inspired me to buy the thicker thread. But also recently I went to, I don't know how recently, probably in the last couple of months at my local quilt guild. They had this like, sometimes they do these things where you can go around to the different tables and people within the guild show off different skills. And one of the women there was showing off, I think they called it couching, where I have notes on it somewhere, and you can do all kinds of neat things. And I'm like, with thicker fabric or threads and stuff. And I'm like, man, that would be so fun to quilt that way. Oh, your baby lock sewing machine? Oh, that would be cool, Chloe. The baby lock. I've heard baby lock specifically has those machines. Oh, Rita saying you can't go buy more, buy another machine. Flannel for the paper towels. Yeah. Oh, have you hand stitch Sashiko? I'm probably butchering that every time, but you know what I mean. Oh, Thread My Bobbin. Love that name. Hello. Yeah, I'm hoping the kids have school here tomorrow. I can hear it. I think it's raining right now, but it could just be like snow melting off the roof. But man, if these kids don't get out of this house tomorrow, it's going to be problematic for me. Hi, Zaza. It still throws me off the name change. I'll get used to it. How's it going? Oh, that's so cool, Jess. I would love to see that. Have to pop it into one of your videos. Or maybe I'll have to get you when I'm on live. Maybe I can get when you're on live, maybe I can get a sneak peek. I would love to see that. I used to say I would never want to hand stitch, but I really am all of a sudden really liking English paper piecing. Not all of a sudden, it's probably been like a year. And so hand quilting is definitely on my list this year. I just love those big chunky threads. Oh, I will. I will remind you. Get it ready. I want to see. I'm a nosy Rosie. Seriously, it is highly addictive. And it's so funny because I still refuse to hand stitch binding. Won't do it. Don't, no, I'm not doing it. That's what my machine is for. But EPP for sure. Once you start, it's all of this stuff is addictive. All of it. That's why I love quilting, is because there's so many different things, right? Like I feel like you can never learn everything. Or I mean, you can learn it all, but there's just never enough time. Oh, is Cindy an EPPer? I could see myself at some point hand stitching binding, but I don't know. I'm still being stubborn about it. I have hand stitched some sleeves on. That was okay. I was surprised how much I didn't mind it. Yeah, I like the flexibility of like sitting on the couch, snuggling with my kids. And now my kids are in so many activities. I definitely need to get myself like a portable hand stitching kit, kit so I can be on the go, because I have got a lot of time sitting around on bleachers in my future. Ooh, I'm also working on the Queen of I did not know you were an EPPer as well. But are you using Tula? I'm working on the Queen of Diamonds Tula Pink. Are you using Tula fabrics for that too? Or is that, I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. Like the pattern off the top of my head. Craft is addicting, period. I know. Really, Zaza? Well, didn't you also just get a 3D printer too? Was that you? Rita, is your embroidery hoop for your machine or for hand stitching? Oh yeah, I do need to make a project bag. Brenda has been on a bag roll lately. I'm hand quilting on an EPP quilt. I feel like if I hand stitch an EPP quilt top, I'm hand stitching it all. Cool. Yes, hopefully I'll be awake. I think that cup of coffee. So if we can break into the birthday celebration, but we won't take away from it. If not, I know I'll find you again on live soon. I bought a bunch of Tula Night Glow, the Lion, Elephant, etc. I don't know what pattern to use. I'm stumped. That's tough. I'm not much into, although I feel like I'm starting to dabble with prints, and her prints are, I don't know, so unique that you really want a pattern to showcase those prints. Oh, Zaza did the Queen of Diamonds too. Okay. Oh, okay. I was thinking I need to stay. Well, first of all, I just need to stay off social media, period, because it's nasty out there. But second of all, I was on TikTok last night, and I like sometimes you'll see somebody on live, and they have a lot of people who are just like up close with what they're working on. And somebody was working on this cross stitch project. Oh God, I wish I could remember what the name of the person was. If anybody's interested, I'll find it and get you the name. But she releases like like this thing you stitch, and then it has all these little circles, and then once a week you fill in one of the circles, and it was all in black and white, and it was all these flowers, and I was like, my gosh, it was so pretty. I'm like, I think I have some of that Ada cloth down here in my Doom closet. I'm like, great, now I want to cross stitch again. And cross stitch takes a lifetime to do. A literal lifetime. Ooh, a 1 yard bundle. That's tough. Because there's usually like a lot of different fabrics in that 1 yard bundle. Don't do it, Rita. Don't get on TikTok. I love it. That's what got me through the pandemic. Oh my God. Does anybody have any 1 yard bundle quilt pattern suggestions for Melanie? I hand quilt while listening to lives. Yeah. I usually have a live on. I'm a lurker. I'll be listening to people when I'm working or trying to sleep. Zaza says that Becca had a nice pattern for showcasing Tula prints. She did a quilt for her daughter with it. That might be worth checking out. Yeah, I love TikTok. Oh yeah, Fabric Cafe has like those 3 yard quilt patterns where you get a 1 yard of each fabric and make patterns. So if you wanted to make, I mean, I don't know how many is in your 1 yard bundle, and if you wanted to use the whole bundle in a pattern, but if you wanted to maybe just use a few prints in one of those, there are a lot of good patterns. Right. The 1 yard, that's what I was thinking, because I got a 1 yard or a half yard bundle of one of Libs Elliott's fabrics. I got a whole bunch, a whole bunch. 1 yard of the neon animals, 8 pieces. I mean, that's still quite a bit of fabric. Hi, Dawn. I pick up small cross stitch patterns from online library magazines. Oh, how interesting. Oh, like business card size. How fun is that? Oh, Sandy is saying Fab 5 patterns. Oh, and Rita is saying if you go to the Fat Quarter Shop, there's a bunch of free patterns in there for bundles. Yeah. So it sounds like you have a lot of choices, which if you're anything like me, makes it even harder to decide. Ooh, just got the 5 yard quilt book in. Oh, neat. That's a neat idea. Converting them to quilt, like pixel quilts. I like that idea. I used to like, I don't know if everybody went on a journey like I did when I was trying to figure out, like, before I found quilting and became like obsessed. I did crochet. I tried to knit. That wasn't for me. I did really enjoy cross stitching. I used to buy like little kits from Walmart for $1 and then put magnets on them and like basically gifted in like my 20s. Everybody was getting like little magnets as a gift. Wish I still had one left. They're all these little bears. They were so cute. They're all probably tattered and gone by now. And then I did punch needle, which was pretty cool. I do like cross stitch, but the counted cross stitch, it takes some brain power, the counted cross stitch. And I feel like quilting takes brain power. And so I want my like second hobby to be less brain power, but I can see myself going back down the cross stitch rabbit hole. Oh yeah, Zaza saying fussy cut the animals and diamonds would be good. Yeah, can't go wrong. Basically, whatever you choose will be wonderful. Yeah, Rita's saying you could come up with your own, make it using different techniques. Oh, Rita says my cross stitching was no kits. I just drew designs on fabric and put stitches to it. That's some talent. I can't draw. I remember my dad went to China for work. Oh God, I was in high school, so maybe like 2000, 2001. And I drew him this little book while he was gone. I made like a little journal and was like, for every day he was gone, so you could take notes and remember what he did. And he told me that one of the flight attendants was like, "Oh, that's so cute. How old's your daughter?" Thinking like, a 6-year-old drew this crap for him. He's like 16. That's how bad I draw. Zaza says, I'm a Jill of all crafts, master of none. I hear you there. Although you sound pretty quilt master. Don goes, of course you did, Rita. I know, right? If anyone's going to just be like, oh, I'm just going to draw my own fancy pattern, have no doubts. Oh, diamond painting, no brain power needed. That's a good one. I think I got my kids. Ooh, Santa got my kids some diamond painting, like little ones for Christmas, and we haven't dabbled. I think there's 5 in there. Maybe when my kids are driving me nutty on Saturday, we'll do some diamond painting. Thank you for the reminder. Hand knitting, I tried that one time. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, it's very time consuming. Oh, Brenda has an opinion about fussy cutting. She thinks it's a waste of fabric. Does anybody else feel that way about fussy cutting? I should try that, Dawn, one of those pens. Oops, I'm getting behind. No brain power. I did a large peacock and my brain told me, could they get the glass beads any smaller? Maybe a little bit of brain power then. Okay, Zaza's with you. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Laura's tried almost every craft that's out there. I'm with you, Zaza. I am hopeless. My sister is into fairies, so I printed with my inkjet printer a fairy onto fabric and then made, oh, that's so nice. Oh, fabric. Oh, that's what they're saying. Fabric Cafe just came out with a 5-yard quilts. That's interesting. They're upgrading from 3 to 5. Good for them. I like diamond art as well. You think 2x4 is small, and then you get the monstrosity home. Okay, so stay small. Joanne also agrees that she thinks that fussy cutting is a huge waste, but when she sees the results, is very happy with it. Hi there. Sean says he's fanatical about losing as little fabric as possible, so I rarely fussy cut. I usually use salad, so I don't really have the opportunity to fussy cut. I know. I've been looking at embroidery machines on Marketplace too. Ugh, I would love an embroidery machine. I'm also like, there's definitely tiers of people who worry about waste. I try not to be wasteful, but I also don't mind throwing away. Like, I don't stress about that much about waste. Like, yeah, maybe I should be more considerate. Wow, fussy cutting. Would have never guessed there were people on opposite sides of the fence on fussy cutting, but I can see why. But I feel like if you're buying Tula Pink animal fabric, you're fussy cutting. Like you've already made that choice when you um when you buy it. I agree with you, Zaza. Those 3-yard quilts are pretty small. I like throw size quilts, and I don't know, those were pretty small throws when I was looking at those. Oh, how do you like the book? Have you flipped through it yet, Laura? I've looked at the embroidery machines too. Yeah, that's why I'm searching Marketplace, especially because it's like a secondary hobby. My diamond point painting of the peacock is 15 by 16 inches. So whew, that is not small. Yeah, Sandy says, I bet it's pretty. I agree. Oh, Cindy and Amber know each other. Fun, small world. Wow, Brenda coming in strong. Nope, I have lots of hers and I have not fussy cut once. So interesting. Yeah, that's true. EPP is great for using up leftovers. Yep, lots of crumbs. Okay, so Dawn says, anyone else see how they are using crumbs in organza or netting? It's fabric, batting, crumbs, netting, and the yes, I saw that video. I saw a video like a month ago. I don't know if it was new or just YouTube served it to me where somebody took fabric and she did it like what I would call messy. Like she did not like take great care in those scraps. I'll have to find that video because that was like seriously amazing. I probably saved it because it's such a neat idea. Um, I'm thinking of one specific video I saw. So I have never dabbled with the So Yeah fabric buying. I don't even know if I've ever watched one of their lives. I see them sometimes. I think I've clicked in for a few minutes, but I know people love those So Yeah fabric buying situations. Chloe, I'm with you. I don't think I have the patience nor the desire to spend that much time I bet I did. It was memorable, Brenda. I was like, this is amazing. So I'll only have to go through our 8,000 messages to find it. Okay, Rita has been there, done that. No surprise. And found it does not hold up well to washing over time. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. From what I remember, I bet a bag might work better than like something you would wash frequently. I'd be interested to see what Zaza has to say. But I can see how washing over time wouldn't be a great situation. Man, I forgot. When I was setting up this live, I realized there's another whole stack of these. I forgot how many squares are involved in this pattern. Yeah, I'm with you, Rita. I like to try everything at least once. Yeah, wall hanging would be a great idea. Yeah, wall hangings for sure. And what do they call? Isn't it like collage quilts too, where people like make art with little fabric scraps? Am I thinking of that right? Did I just make that up? I don't think I did. Another great way to use scraps up. I've seen other people use them to like stuff pet beds and stuff. Not sure about that. It would depend on the use. Mine is a matte tabletopper thing. It would definitely work for project bags or pouches. Okay. Oh, Amber's a collage quilter. Yeah, so that would be a fun way to. I actually feel like, oh God, what's her name? I gotta start. I have all this stuff in my terrible memory. For my modern quilt guilds, we're supposed to use Tamna Tar. Brenda, is Tamna Tar a collage quilter? I think hers is technically collage quilting. I'm gonna try one of those this year as part of my modern quilt guild challenge. Yes, we want to see the work. Zaza says they don't recommend fabric straps for pet beds because they can chew the fabric. Oh, yeah, that's why I would never do it with my dog because I buy like the Kong extra tough dog beds. My freaking dog just goes to town. She does not care that is supposed to be durable. So I would never put anything like that in one of my dog's beds. That is for sure. I did see people saying that they were going to do that for like shelters, and I thought that was like a terrible idea. I know. Oh, okay. I guess if you double bagged the scraps, that makes sense. Yeah, Timna Tar. Oh, working on the block for what block? Oh, that's awesome, Laura. The 5-yard patterns. There are 8 patterns and I paid $15. That's good. Oh, that's good. Well, Piper and Gimli wouldn't really be probably wrecking the little guys. Oh, So by Sandy. That could be it. Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that, Laura, that everybody in your family's pretty tall. We're a bunch of shorties, except for my dad. I haven't actually, I would love to, I have not made my family quilts yet. It's on the list, but I like sewing what I like to sew, and I don't think they like the same things I like to make. Yeah, I can see that, Zaza, that not all shelters would take those scrap beds. The fly foot. Dawn from my quilt project did mesh too. Okay, so probably a couple options out there. I think like little Christmas ornaments. Like what if you made like Christmas shapes with the mesh and then stuffed your scraps in there? Then you don't have to worry about durability. All right, so I want to put those. Sew by Sandy and Dawn from my quilt project for our mesh adventures. Oh, that's interesting. If someone makes a dog bed for a shelter, it's best to make those beds that are up off the floor, usually made of PVC pipe, so they can be easily cleaned. That's neat. The commercial washers destroy dog beds on a regular basis. I can see that. Oh, I've seen people use the clear baubles and fill them with scraps. That's a cool idea. I mean, if they're special scraps, I feel like. Yes, I think I was definitely talking about this with Brenda, and I can't remember if I talked about it on a live, but I did see a video where someone was using machine tape to make like their own jelly rolls, and that was so neat. I could see myself doing that. Like of all the scrap projects I've seen, that one. But I don't even know if I would do jelly rolls. I don't know what I would do. I would do, something. Jelly rolls to start maybe. But that was pretty neat to see. Now I got to find all the ones I ironed because I don't think I marked those. Oh, they're under the stack here. Oh, and I did buy on Amazon, and I haven't used it yet. I found a slotted trimmer. Let's see if I can figure out how to show you guys. Oh, the lights are reflecting off it. I haven't even opened it yet. It says Clearly Perfect Slotted Trimmers by Carrie Carr, New Leaf Stitches. And they trim half square triangles. There's one that does half sizes and one that does full sizes. Has anybody used anything? I mean, I feel like it is definitely not the one you all mentioned last week. So I'm excited to try this because I want to cry thinking about trimming all these half square triangles. Oh, that's a neat idea. Just the dog ears, registered tape, and made 14-inch strips. That's cool. Oh, that's a great idea. In glass bottles. Oh, the quilt convention earlier this week was really awesome. The gent got me to finally understand FPP. I made part of the panda. It took me so long for FPP to click, and then once it did, yeah, it's so fun. Oh, Cindy, this one is the best. Okay, all right. Uh-oh, I'm tempting Melanie. Okay, cool. Love these, love these. Uh-oh, Rita says, I do not have a comment about the Clearly Perfect trimmer. Mine is used as a book holder. I looked at a few and like priced them all out, and I was like, I don't know what is best, but I didn't want to go crazy buying one if I wasn't sure I was going to use it. Like a really expensive one. And this had a lot of different sizes in it, so I'm excited. And they do say they're a small business. There was a little disclaimer on here. Thank you for supporting our small business. We are a small business using Amazon as a storefront. Please use return items, keeping this in mind. So, I like supporting the small business, even though I'm supposed to be cutting back on Amazon purchases. Yeah, I'm doing great. I got this from Amazon. Good old Amazon. Zaza's, you got a dozen rolls of adding machine paper, but I've only done a few inches. I've had so much adding machine paper at my work. I'm an accountant that just is sitting there. I could have easily snagged one. No one would have known the difference, but not anymore. They probably still have cases of it in the supply closet. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't want a case of it. I want one. Well, I'll let you know what I think, Laura, because I won't tell you it's awesome unless it is. But there's a lot of reputable people on here that say they're awesome, so I believe them. Chloe, are you working on an FPP project right now? Cindy says they're worth their weight in gold. And Zaza's warning me, do not crack the bottom corners of it. Okay. Takes a lot to get used to it. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's the one, Block Lock, Katie. I was like looking at those and this was just so much cheaper. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try the cheaper one. Rita does them blindfolded. I'm sure she does. She's the queen. Oh, Brenda, you have the Block Lock. All right, we'll have to compare notes. Oh, and then Zaza doesn't like the Block Lock. It's so funny. It's just, you know what? It just like this rotary cutter. Love it. Some of you hate it, right? Some of you love this. Some of you don't. It's just so funny how all these different products, and it's different for every single person what works. It's what makes the world a great place. Everybody's different. Everybody's brain's a little kooky in their own way. I got most of these marked. Oh, there's my folded pile. See if I can get those marked while we chat. I'm also working on a project that I can't show on the internet until it's gifted. A gift quilt for somebody at work for a baby. So I really need to work on that this weekend too. Oh yeah, that's true. I have been meaning to get to a thrift store and do some shopping. Oh, I saw that. Chloe says, I started the Star Climber project with Sean, the guy who sews, and Katie, Greenland Quilter, using the It's So Emma papers. And I have an Xmas FPP pattern I want to make. That's cool. I still want to make that bow that I showed you guys in one of those videos a while ago. Maybe in my Christmas. I'm going to do a month of Christmas at some point this year early. Maybe I'll do that. I have the Block Lock and the slotted, and I love the slotted the best. And this is what I have, right? The slotted. It's cool. Made a good choice. Yes, the slotted trimmers. I'll have to watch a video on how it works. I have no idea. It definitely depends on how your brain works. Oh, and Zaza's going to do that too, but her order has been stuck in customs for a week and it's arriving tomorrow. Do you have to pay like extra, Zaza, like because of customs, or is it just like getting it through it to make sure it's not like anything that breaks the rules on what you can mail? Some patterns are tricky. Very tricky. I think that's also what's fun too, is if you find a pattern designer writer that you like it's no secret around here that my first curvy quilts were Libs Elliott's patterns. And the way she writes her patterns was just so simple and straightforward, and I feel like her and my brains aligned, and so it was really fun. And then there's other patterns I've bought and I've read through them and I've been like, nope, can't, don't know what's happening here. This one's not for me. I mean, and I don't blame the person who wrote the pattern. Just, our brains are not aligned. Oh, okay. I'll have to check out Missouri Star videos. I like Missouri Star videos because they're quick. They get to the point. Yeah, I want to see all the blocks. I had to pay taxes because I spent too much. Ooh. I found 5 yards of 60-inch cream cotton at the thrift store. It's good for that. I haven't been to a thrift store in quite a while. I've become quite a hermit since the pandemic. But I was like, there's a couple things I want for the kitchen. I'm trying to think now. And I have a list going somewhere. And I'm like, I'm not buying this stuff new. I'm going to start thrifting it. Oh, I wanted like a new salt shaker. My husband started buying this like natural salt, and it's too thick to get through my salt shaker. So like it's annoying. It's very annoying. And so I wanted to see if I get a salt shaker with like bigger holes in it, but I'm like, I'm not buying it new. I'm going to the thrift store. Oh yeah, that is nice that he's doing a traditional option too, Zaza. So if you don't like FPP, it does take a while for the brain to understand FPP, at least for me. I'm still at the point of the pattern that doesn't have a video. I don't get it. Yeah. It's it can be tough. I don't know what this salt is he got, Rita. It's like I don't know. I think it is something like that. Oh, someone got bed bugs in their home from thrifted fabrics. That's my big fear. Oof. You're supposed to put fabric in the freezer for a few days. Oh, that's interesting. Who's got room in their freezer for 5 yards of fabric? All right, kids. We're eating frozen food for the next 3 days. Clean out some room. Man, I'm kind of mad at 2020 Tasha for starting this pattern. It's amazing how I would never do this today. Like I would never pick this pattern today. But I think it's going to be cute and I want to finish it up. It's supposed to be for my daughter and I think it will be. She's definitely outgrowing the quilt I made for her bunny quilt. So this will be nice. But my son's asking for a quilt too. He's definitely outgrown the one I made for him. Yeah, definitely no bed bugs, please. I'm trying, Chloe. It's been in timeout for a long time. It's time. I'm sick of seeing it's taking up too much space. Ooh, and I definitely need to make a video because I want to show you guys all this stuff I got. I also finally bought project boxes. But I was going to say, I'm sick of seeing this thing in timeout taking up space on my shelf. But I finally got some project boxes so I can organize myself a little bit. Because I got a lot, but I want to start finishing up some of these projects or donating them, one or the other. Dawn did a total of 4 blocks for the stars. 2 are paper pieced and the other 2 are regular sewing. Or Rita did. Whew. I like videos too. Me too. Yeah, it's gonna be cute. I like the fabric. I had it cut. And this is nice. I mean, It's nice chatting with you guys and doing half square triangles. It's a nice little project for my Thursdays. Next week we can chain piece them all up together. And then you guys can teach me how to use my trimmer. Now, does it surprise anyone here that Rita says, I've never had any UFOs, so I created 3 projects just to have UFOs? You're a queen. Joyce, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Or not really stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. My plan is to quilt a quilt for my son with Minky. I'm a little nervous, but his baby blanket is ripped. I did that Minky, what's it called? Cuddle fabric by Shannon Cuddle, something like that. On the back of my daughter's bunny quilt. It is quite messy. I definitely think if you're putting that on the back and you can get the wide back so you don't have to like screw around, it's worth it. Although all of it might be wide back. It was definitely messy, nothing that a lint roller couldn't clean up, and a vacuum, but it's really nice. It's really nice. And I put batting in mine too. And actually, I was just putting her to bed tonight and she asked for that quilt, and it's like really still nice and heavy. It's holding up really nice. It's too many for me too. 2025 Tasha would have never would have done this. I had a video of my dog walking down the hall with his blanket trailing from around his neck. Funny, cute, but I had to retire it. Yes, that is true. Definitely some extra pins when basting that Minky fabric. Oh, that's a good tip. Use Glad press and seal over where you are going to make a cut, and it helps with the fuzz. It is definitely fuzzy. And you definitely want to clean your machine when you're done too. I mean, I quilted mine on my machine with the walking foot. I mean, it was my machine, and this was my old machine, really liked quilting that. I don't know if it did go through easier. It was one of the easiest things I've ever quilted other than the mess. But the actual, like my walking foot, getting it through the machine, it was great. It was great. I buy Minky throws now for backings because the fiber sticks to the batting better. Oh, that's interesting. I never use, and Erin also buys the duvet covers for her backings. I really need to kind of branch out. I really should give it a go. Oh, Tracy also uses Glad press and seal. Yeah, to be honest with you, I did it and then I lint rolled it, but I couldn't. I scraped onto my floor and vacuumed it up. It was fine. But it definitely leaves a little trail behind. Yeah, we want to know, Chloe. We wanted to see it happen. I like the flannel sheets for backing because it's soft. Now, Zaza, would you use batting with your flannel sheet? I think I would. I know some people skip on it. I mean, I guess maybe if you lived in like Arizona. Don says, okay, you use batting. Zaza says, yeah. And Don says, duvet covers for the win. For backing anyway, as an actual duvet, it's a pain. I know. Yeah, the pre-shrunk flannel is a good call. I don't know much about flannel and all that. I haven't messed around with it too much. I can't remember who last week said, "Oh, someone last week when we were talking about this about the ironing and then drawing with a pen. And they were like, iron and draw with a pen, and you can see it's different. It really is. It's hard to see, but it is definitely off to the side a little. Ironing is not for me. Brenda's got a customer who only uses flannel sheet. Interesting. I would love to do that because, like, we use most of the quilts, the bigger quilts I make, on the couch. Like, we just use them for sniggling. So I love the idea of a flannel sheet. And that would be easy to wash too. You could certainly wash and dry that before you even quilt it. They do use, I believe everybody here has said that they do use batting with their flannel. And Arlie would like to know, do flannel sheets come in different thread counts? If yes, what are you using? So if you have, what are we using? Good question. Or are we just using whatever we can find? Oh, wait, but I missed Rita. Rita says when I use flannel fleeces backing, I do not put in batting unless I want the quilt super heavy. So I think it's a matter of opinion. So I have done 2 quilts with a flannel backing. And one was my daughter's and I used batting and it is super thick and heavy and I love it. And one was a charity quilt that I did through my quilt guild and I did not use it. And it was like a lap quilt and I was going to like a senior center. I thought it was a little too light when it was fine, but it was very light. So, Zaza saying, I just buy a decent quality sheet. I'm from the UK, so different brands. Brenda's using whatever's priced right from Walmart or Amazon. And Aaron, do you ever use flannel sheets? Do you have any preference on like the type, like thread count or anything? Oh, Joanne says just use the least expensive ones you can find. Okay, I like the sound of that. Just make sure to pre-shrink. Wash those flannel sheets. Zaza did a denim quilt for my son with batting and a flannel backing. Oh, I bet you that's so nice to sleep under, even though it weighs a ton. Laura says, I bought 4 king-size flannel sheet sets from Costco last year. My husband thought I was crazy because we live in Arizona. He'd die if I put flannel sheets on the bed. They were on clearance. $15 a set. That's amazing. All right, so everybody's saying, seems like, Arlie, you got some flexibility. Get a high thread count, the cheapest ones you can find. It all works. I know. Flannel really does love dog hair. Brenda says she loves the weight of a heavy quilt. That little bunny quilt I made Josie is so heavy and nice. I want to make one for myself now. That's what I told my husband. I'm like, if when I make one for our bed, I'm gonna make one with that cuddle fleecy backing. So warm. She does have a knack for finding good backings. She needs to have a knack for it. The amount of quilts you're pumping out, Erin. You get a lot of practice, but you definitely have a good eye. Erin's a quilting machine. Oh my gosh, I think I got them all marked. Oh God, are there more over here? Okay, these are already marked though. This is a lot. This is a lot of sewing left to do. Oh man. And then I still have this stack that we sewed last week. Whew. Man. Dawn says I had to be careful buying sheets. The super silky ones seem to shred. I was buying them as fabric to learn on. My teacher said I was not helping myself. No, probably not. Now I get 100%. That makes sense. High quality thread. No kidding, Brenda. I did not know that. I really should get one for my anxiety for sure. Yeah, Aaron say yes. I need that in my life. My dogs think that any quilt with flannel or fleece on them is theirs. Isn't it though? Let's see here. Laura says, I love the weight of heavy quilt, but I bought a weighted blanket I couldn't sleep under. It felt like I was wrestling an elephant. We got one. Oh my God, who did we get one for? I think it was my sister-in-law. And we had to return it. It was like too heavy for her. Yes, the marking is done. On to the fun part, sewing next week, and then the dreaded part, the trimming. But maybe the trimming will be great. Maybe the trimming will be great. I have to lock the dogs out of the room because I use my bed as a design board. True. That's so funny, Brenda. I'm the same way. I don't like blankets on my legs, but I like them on my top. They are marked. I'm excited. The sewing is my favorite part. I have to press a couple of these, and I just love these colors that 2020 Tasha picked out. These pinks and purples. I love them. Oop. Drop some of them. Love them. Can't wait to see them. My dogs don't get in my bedroom. I'm allergic and can't have them in there. Recently my dog, we went from 2 dogs to 1 dog, and she's been sneaking in. It's been nice. My husband doesn't like it though. I am making, I need to print this in color or find a way to share it in color. This is called the Everlasting Star Quilt. It is by Coffee Ring Studios, and I believe that she went out of business like 3 years ago. So I don't even think you can buy this pattern anymore, but I'm excited. You can see the shapes there. And I reversed the colors. So I think like everywhere that's light in this will be the gray, and then the white will be the little squares in between. So I'm pretty excited. Good night, Joanne. Yes, I'm also going to start heading to bed, guys. My kids, 6 a.m. wanting breakfast every day of their lives. The dogs will just howl for you. That's so funny. Thank you. Good night, Joanne. Thank you very much for coming. Good night, Brenda. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be really nice with the colors I picked. I feel like I was doing good things when I picked these colors in 2020. So, got to see it through. It's going to happen. I think this will be done in do you think I could get the top done in February? I think I could. We'll see. I bet the coffee worked a little too well, and I'm going to go upstairs and lay and stare at my ceiling for a while. Oh, I should probably get an air purifier. That's so funny. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you once again for coming and hanging out with me. I look forward to this every Thursday. Thank you for coming. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you find some time for yourself, and I will talk to you next week. Okay, bye. That's true. Maybe I'll do some quilt math. That'll help me go to sleep. Good night, everybody.